But it seems like, right, fans, they're pretty good with this point differential things. Players, they have a little bit more mixed feelings on point differential. It's nothing new. We've seen it in sports, right? We've seen it with FIBA using it in the World Cup since the 70s, but it is new in the NBA. How do you feel about this, Legs?
First of all, love what they've done with the in-season tournament, and I was skeptical going in. I didn't know how much these guys were going to care about this. I really didn't. Was it going to really make a difference in their intensity level this early year? Was it going to accomplish what the league wanted, which was to create more interest, right, in the regular season? It's done all of that. So kudos to the league. They got it right. Kudos to the players for buying in. I do not like the point differential tiebreaker, and I don't know what the solution is. They're not paying me to come up with a solution. If they did, maybe I'd have some suggestions. But all I know is I don't like the point differential, but I understand you have 30 teams playing a 4-game season. So you're going to have all kinds of ties. You shouldn't have guys, your starting lineup at the end of a game up 25 or 4 minutes to go. You are asking for something bad to happen to one of those players. If that's what you're going to encourage these teams to do, it's going to take one star player to go down on an attack at the rim, land funny, and miss a significant chunk of time. And everybody's going to realize what a bad idea this is to be worried about how much you're winning games by. It's not what pro athletes are used to thinking. It's win and lose only. You're not worried about how much you have to win by or how much can we lose by.
Yeah.
That's a foreign concept to professional athletes, and I don't like seeing starters on the floor still playing with that level of intensity up 25 late.
First of all, let's take a moment to appreciate the Bulls' in-season tournament performance. 0-4. Minus 12 points per game, and on a two-game streak of complaining about teams running up the score against them. Well done, Bulls. Thanks for participating. As for the point differential thing, look, the whole point of it is we've got to have a tiebreaker, and particularly a tiebreaker between two teams with the same record in different groups. And I know it sounds like we're talking about calculus now, and so if you don't if you don't like point differential, you've got to present me another alternative to divide, to break a tie between two teams who are in different groups and thus have not played each other in the play-in tournament. There are ways to do it. Maybe you do separate head-to-head games between those teams. Someone pitched to me just today, an executive from a team, turn the whole thing into a single elimination tournament. But I don't know how that cascades the whole schedule. I don't know how you do that with an 82-game season. I just haven't heard a better alternative.
I also felt like last night, we were talking about this about the Warriors game. Did the Warriors play slightly differently, knowing they needed to win by 12? When they were up by 5 and some of the threes that they were taking, obviously it's Golden State and they're always taking a high volume of threes. But Perk, did you think they were potentially playing maybe even a little bit differently because they needed to win by 12, not just win period? And then they looked up and it was like, oh snap, too late.
Yeah, I mean, look, the in-season tournament has been great. The competition has been great, but you know, when it comes down to what happened with the Bulls and the Celtics, it's all about Joe Mazzulla for me. And at first, I've been a little sketchy about Joe Mazzulla, some of his decision making, you know, and things to that nature in the past since he's taken over the head coaching role. But guess what? He don't give a damn. And it's been a pattern lately, right? We saw last night he's playing the point differential, and he's not afraid to bust a move. We talk about the starters being in the fourth quarter, but think about what happened with the Dennis Schroeder incident, right? Him calling the challenge. You remember Dennis Schroeder was mad about that. Like Joe Mazzulla is saying, I'm coming in here and it's all about my team. It's all about us, and whoever don't like it, you have to deal with it. I mean, and you got to respect it. Now, he is putting a lot of pressure on himself because when you have that type of, attitude about yourself and you carry yourself like that, the expectations are a little bit greater. So I'm expecting great things out of him.
Yeah, the methodology, it may be a little bit, some people may question it, but at the end of the day, we call it the Elite Eight. We have the final 8 teams. We'll work on it in the break.